The FBI is assisting in the investigation in North Carolina after two power substations were damaged by gunfire. The attacks took place over the weekend in Moore County. As of Monday evening, more than 36,000 people were without electricity. Officials are saying the substations were intentionally targeted, but they don't know why or by who. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper addressed the incident, saying it's time to protect the nation's critical infrastructure.
This kind of attack raises a new level of threat. We will be evaluating ways to work with our utility providers and our state and federal officials to make sure that we harden our infrastructure where that's necessary and work to prevent future damage.
CBS News senior national correspondent Mark Strassman joins us from Carthage, North Carolina. Mark, power in Moore County may not be fully restored until as late as Thursday. So how's this affecting the people who live there?
Hey, John, good to talk to you. If you're trying to measure the impact here, I think the two words are disruption and discomfort. I mean, it's December. If you're in a house without power, and last night, for instance, temperatures dropped into the 30s, I mean, that house can get pretty cold pretty fast, and you might be able to tough it out for one night, maybe two. But by Wednesday or Thursday, if the power's not restored, you've got potentially, some grumbling people, and understandably so. And then there's school was canceled because schools don't have power. There's a curfew that's going to be in effect for a second night tonight. Starts at 9 p.m., goes to 5 a.m. People don't necessarily like that, even if it doesn't really affect them. They don't like the idea that they're being told to stay in the house. So, it's a thing here. There's no question about that. On top of the fact that people are wondering who did this and why. Was it one of their neighbors? Was it an outsider? And so lots of questions. And again, for one night, it's okay, maybe. But after that, it starts to get old pretty fast.
Well, Mark, I share the questions that the locals have. Who did this and why? Do they have any leads and suspects yet?
It's a really good question. I mean, so what do we know? Officially, it's not considered an act of domestic terrorism, at least not yet. As you mentioned, it is intentional. It is considered a criminal act. Somebody went by two different substations with a gun, shot up the equipment, and made it dysfunctional. Okay, so it doesn't work. Beyond that, what they've sort of suggested is they believe that whoever did this knew what they were doing. But if they have a suspect in mind, it's not clear to us, that's for sure.
During these kinds of things, communities often, pull together and get through these kinds of things. Has that happened in this case?
I think so, John. I mean, look, this is Carthage, the county seat in Moore County. About 2,500 people live here, so it's a small town. This is not an area of my sense is not an area of transients, that these are people who are dug in here. So like at this shelter behind me, as cold as it was last night, there were probably only 30 people or so inside. My sense of it is that people have relatives here in other counties or friends in other counties, and they may have gone to stay with them. And small towns and small communities like this tend to rally in times of need. So, I mean, these people are going to be fine. It's going to be an uncomfortable week and a week that maybe unnerves them until investigators do come up with a suspect and have that person under control. But for now, I think the people have really rallied and are in good shape for tonight. We'll see what they're all talking about tomorrow.
That's right. Well, we'll check in tomorrow. Mark Strassman in Carthage, North Carolina. Thank you, Mark.